You just boarded your European train, settled into your seat, and suddenly a conductor approaches with that look. You know the one. The same look airport security gives you when they find something suspicious. But this time, it is not about what you packed. It is about something you are doing right now that could get you fined, ejected, or even banned from the railway network entirely. European railway companies have quietly updated their rules, and passengers are getting caught off guard every single day. Today we are covering 10 things that are now completely banned on European trains. I have been tracking railway policies across Deutsche Bahn, Société Nationale des Chemins de Fer Français, Trenitalia, and other major European operators for over 8 years. And these new restrictions are catching even experienced travelers by surprise. Some of these bans are so recent that even railway staff are still learning about them. Miss just one of these rules, and your journey could end before it even begins. 1. Personal Bluetooth speakers and audio devices. Here is something that will shock regular train travelers. Many European railway operators have now completely banned personal Bluetooth speakers, even for quiet personal use in your compartment. Deutsche Bahn and Société Nationale des Chemins de Fer Français have updated their noise policies after countless complaints about passengers turning train cars into mobile discos. The new rules specifically target wireless speakers, portable amplifiers, and even some noise machines that were once perfectly acceptable. Railway staff say it is about passenger comfort and emergency announcements. But honestly, it is because too many people treated public transport like their personal concert venue. If you get caught with one playing, expect an immediate fine and possible ejection at the next station. 2. Certain power banks and charging devices. High-capacity power banks over 20,000 mAh are now prohibited on most international European trains. The restriction covers external batteries with built-in inverters or any charging device that converts direct current to alternating current. Railway companies cite fire safety concerns after several incidents with overheating batteries in enclosed train cars. Even some laptop chargers with specific voltage outputs are being flagged by conductors. The frustrating part is that these same devices are perfectly fine on domestic flights, but trains have stricter rules. Always check the technical specifications before boarding, because replacement chargers at train stations cost a fortune and are rarely available. 3. Food and beverages from certain origins. European trains have implemented strict food import restrictions that most passengers never see coming. You cannot bring homemade food items, unpacked snacks, or beverages in non-commercial containers on cross-border routes. This includes that sandwich you made for the journey, or the coffee in your reusable travel mug. The policy targets potential health violations and customs regulations between European Union countries. Some operators even prohibit specific regional foods that were previously allowed. Railway security can confiscate anything they deem non-compliant, and there is no compensation. The safest approach is buying food from licensed vendors at train stations or bringing only factory-sealed commercial products with proper labeling and expiration dates. 4. Certain types of personal transportation devices. Electric scooters, hoverboards, and even some electric skateboards are now banned from European train cars. The restriction extends to any personal mobility device with lithium batteries over a certain wattage. Railway companies implemented this after battery fires and storage space conflicts with other passengers. Even folding electric bikes face new restrictions on certain high-speed routes. The problem is that these devices often cost hundreds of euros, and stations have no secure storage facilities. Some travelers have lost expensive equipment because they did not know about the updated policies. If you rely on personal electric transport, check specific train operator websites before booking, because rules vary significantly between different railway networks. 5. Oversized musical instruments without prior approval. Musicians traveling with instruments larger than a standard guitar case now face strict pre-approval requirements. Cellos, violins in full-size cases, and any wind instruments longer than 1 meter need advanced documentation from the railway company. The new policy requires instrument registration, proof of value, and sometimes additional fees that can double your ticket price. Even classical musicians with expensive instruments are getting denied boarding if they lack proper paperwork. Railway staff cite safety concerns and storage limitations, but many professional musicians say the process is unnecessarily complicated. Some train routes have completely banned certain instruments during peak travel times, forcing musicians to find alternative transportation or pay for separate cargo shipping. 6. Modified or non-standard luggage items. Custom suitcases, Modified travel bags and luggage with non-standard dimensions now face immediate inspection and potential confiscation. Railway security specifically targets bags with unusual compartments, reinforced sections, or modified zippers that deviate from manufacturer specifications. The policy aims to prevent smuggling and ensure passenger safety, but it affects legitimate travelers with specialized luggage needs. Photographers with custom camera cases and business travelers with modified laptop bags are particularly affected. Even luggage repairs using non-original parts can trigger confiscation. The enforcement is inconsistent between different routes, which makes it nearly impossible to predict what will be acceptable. Always use standard, unmodified luggage to avoid delays and potential equipment loss. 7. Certain personal care and hygiene products. European trains now restrict specific personal care items that were previously allowed without question. Aerosol deodorants over 100 milliliters, hairstyling products with flammable propellants, and nail care items with sharp metal components face immediate confiscation. The restrictions extend to certain perfumes and cologne bottles, even in small quantities. Railway security also targets homemade or unlabeled personal care products, including natural remedies and essential oil mixtures. Some operators ban electric personal care devices like heated eyelash curlers or portable hair straighteners. The enforcement varies dramatically between different railway companies, making it difficult for frequent travelers to know what is acceptable. Check specific operator policies before packing, because replacement products at train stations are limited and expensive. 8. Professional or semi-professional recording equipment. Video cameras, professional microphones, and recording equipment now require special permits for most European train routes. The restriction covers anything beyond basic smartphone recording, including action cameras, digital single-lens reflex cameras with large lenses, and portable audio recording devices. Railway companies cite privacy concerns and potential disruption to other passengers. Content creators and journalists face particularly strict scrutiny, with some operators requiring advance notice and signed agreements. Even live streaming on social media platforms can trigger intervention from railway staff. The policy enforcement is inconsistent, with some conductors confiscating equipment while others allow it. Professional travelers now need to research specific railway policies and obtain written permission before bringing any recording equipment on board. 9. Multiple electronic devices from same passenger. This restriction targets passengers carrying more than 3 electronic devices requiring charging capabilities. The policy includes laptops, tablets, smartphones, portable gaming devices, and any battery-powered electronics. Railway companies implemented this rule after power grid overloads in train cars and concerns about excessive battery storage in enclosed spaces. Business travelers and digital nomads are particularly affected, often forced to choose which devices to bring. Some operators allow exceptions for passengers in premium classes, but economy travelers face strict enforcement. The rule also covers shared devices between family members, potentially affecting groups traveling together. Conductors have discretionary power to interpret what constitutes excessive electronics, making enforcement unpredictable and potentially unfair to legitimate passengers. 10. Personal medical devices without proper documenting. Passengers with personal medical equipment now need extensive documentation that goes beyond previous requirements. Continuous positive airway pressure machines, portable oxygen concentrators, and insulin pumps require advance approval and medical certification from European Union-approved healthcare providers. The documentation must include device specifications, battery information, and physician statements about medical necessity. Even basic medical supplies like large quantities of prescription medications face scrutiny and potential confiscation. Railway staff lack medical training to properly evaluate these devices, often leading to inappropriate enforcement actions. Some passengers with legitimate medical needs have been denied boarding or forced to surrender life-supporting equipment. The policy creates significant barriers for disabled passengers and those with chronic medical conditions requiring specialized equipment during travel. These railway policies change without warning, and enforcement varies dramatically between different train operators and even different conductors on the same route. What was perfectly acceptable last month could result in fines, confiscation, or denied boarding today. Railway companies rarely announce these updates publicly, and even their own staff sometimes learn about new restrictions through enforcement rather than training. Your next European train journey could be completely disrupted if you miss just one of these rules. If this video saved you from a costly mistake or opened your eyes to something you did not know, please hit that like button to help other travelers find this information. Subscribe for more insider train travel secrets that railway companies do not advertise. Drop a comment below telling me which of these bans surprised you the most, and share your own train travel stories. Your engagement helps me create more content that keeps fellow travelers informed and prepared.